Step into the shadows of the ultra-rich and powerful, where time is a closely guarded secret, ticking away with the mysteries of their success. Today, we'll uncover the hidden world of billionaire entrepreneurs and the timepieces that drive their relentless ambition. From the most elusive and enigmatic designs to the boldest and rarest pieces, these watches hold the key to unlocking the secrets of the wealthiest minds on the planet. So, hold on tight as we take you on a captivating journey into the mysterious world of billionaire entrepreneurs' watch collections, where the ticking of time only adds to the allure of their untold riches. Elon Musk. Elon Musk, the mastermind behind Tesla, SpaceX, and the Boring Company, is no stranger to luxury and extravagance. After all, he's one of the richest and most influential people on the planet. With a net worth of over $250 billion, he could buy pretty much anything he wants, including some of the most expensive watches in the world. But is Elon a watch guy? Well, that's a bit of a mixed bag. While he's not someone who always is sporting a timepiece, he does have a few standout pieces in his collection that are definitely worth talking about. Let's start with the Omega Seamaster Aquatero. This was the first watch that Elon was seen wearing back in the early days of Tesla. It's a classic dive watch that's both stylish and practical. With a 41mm face and a stainless steel bracelet, it can handle a dive to 150 meters. It's a great example of a clean and dressy interpretation of a dive watch. And back in 2004, when Elon was starting to make a name for himself with SpaceX, he was seen wearing a 36mm Rolex Datejust reference number 16200. This is a classic Rolex that's both understated and elegant. Now, there's a rumor that Elon has, at least once, worn a Tag Heuer caliber 1887 SpaceX chronograph. This watch is a true collector's item, as it was released as a limited edition to celebrate the 50-year anniversary of the first watch to be worn in space, the Kara, and also as a collaboration with SpaceX. The SpaceX rocket is featured on the dial and caseback, making it a must-have for any space or watch enthusiast. And speaking of must-haves, it's estimated to be worth around $5,000. Last but not least, Elon has also been spotted wearing a Richard Mille RM005, which is worth a whopping $130,000. This is a high-end watch that's a true masterpiece of horology, combining advanced technology and stunning aesthetics. It's not something you see every day, but it's definitely a watch that's worth keeping an eye out for. Jeff Bezos. It's time to take a closer look at the watch collection of Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon and one of the richest men in the world. With a net worth of over $200 billion, it's safe to say that Jeff can afford to buy pretty much any watch he wants. But what does the man who has everything wear on his wrist? Well, one of the watches that Jeff has been spotted wearing many times is the Ulysse Nardin Dual Time. This watch is worth around $12,000 and is a great example of a versatile timepiece that's perfect for someone who travels a lot. With 2 time zones, it's always easy to know what time it is, no matter where you are in the world. Recently, Jeff went on a suborbital flight into space, reaching a peak altitude of 66.5 miles. For this once-in-a-lifetime experience, Jeff decided to wear a classic Omega Speedmaster moon watch. This watch is worth around $5,000 and has a rich history as the first watch worn on the moon during the Apollo missions. Omega even made Jeff a custom strap for the watch, and he wore it around his suit, perhaps as an homage to the astronauts who wear their watches outside their spacesuits. What else? Actually, that's all. These are the only 2 watches that we know of that Jeff owns. While he might not have a huge collection, the 2 pieces he does have are both significant and meaningful, reflecting his passion for adventure and his appreciation for the finer things in life. Bill Gates. We all grew up knowing Bill Gates as the richest man ever. The man behind Microsoft has a net worth of $130 billion. But with that kind of money, he probably wears a Rolex or Patek Philippe, right? Like many of his billionaire buddies? Nope. Surprisingly, that's not the case. Bill Gates is a man of simplicity and practicality, and this is reflected in the watches he wears. So, have you ever wondered what kind of watch Bill Gates wears? Well, the answer might shock you. Bill is often seen wearing Casio watches, a brand that's known for its affordability and functionality. In fact, the watch he's seen wearing the most is the extremely popular Casio MDB 1061 AV Duro, which is worth around $50. This just goes to show that Bill is a man who values practicality over luxury and extravagance. But why would a man who can afford to buy any watch he wants choose to wear a relatively cheap timepiece? This is a question that's been on the minds of many people, and it's a testament to Bill's humble and down-to-earth nature. He's a man who doesn't need to flaunt his wealth and is content with what he has. Would you do the same? Bernard Arnault. Have you ever heard of Bernard Arnault? This man is the owner of the biggest luxury goods company ever, LVMH, which includes brands such as Louis Vuitton, Moet Hennessy, Christian Dior, Marc Jacobs, Stella McCartney, Bulgari, and our area of interest, Tag Heuer. Now, as the owner of Tag Heuer, it's possible that Arnault has a few of their timepieces in his personal collection, but we're not sure which one he might prefer to wear. But here's what we do know. In a photo, Arnault was spotted wearing a Tiffany blue Patek Philippe 5740, a white gold perpetual calendar in the Nautilus family. The watch features a beautiful Tiffany blue dial with black and white hour markers and hands, black perpetual calendar subdial lettering, and a moon phase window. Now, while the Tiffany blue 5711 models cost $52,635, the value of a one-of-a-kind 5740 is impossible to put a price on. This only adds to the mystery and allure of Bernard Arnault's watch collection. What other stunning timepieces does he have in his possession? We can only wonder. Tim Cook. Have you ever wondered what kind of watch the CEO of one of the biggest tech companies wears? Well, look no further, because we're talking about Tim Cook, the man at the helm of Apple. As you can imagine, Tim Cook's net worth is quite substantial. But despite this, he leads a rather low-key lifestyle. So, what kind of watches does Cook wear? Well, it's no surprise that he's a fan of his own company's product, the Apple Watch. Cook has been spotted wearing an all-black Hermes edition, which is the latest and greatest in the Apple Watch line. This watch is not only a stylish accessory, but it also has a multitude of features, including fitness tracking, phone and text messaging capabilities, and even the ability to control your smart home. But the Hermes edition of the Apple Watch is not just any regular watch. It's a luxury accessory that elevates the wearer's style and complements their outfit. And as one of the top executives at Apple, Cook is always on the cutting edge of technology. So it's only fitting that he sports the latest and greatest from his own company. And finally, Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett, aka the Oracle of Omaha, is a name that's synonymous with investment and financial prowess. He's been making savvy business decisions and turning a profit for decades, building up a net worth that's nothing short of staggering. So you might be wondering, what kind of fancy top-of-the-line watch would a guy like Buffett have in his collection? Well, the truth is that Warren Buffett is known for having a relatively simple life and being mindful of his spending. So it might surprise you to know that he's been spotted rocking the same gold Rolex day-date for decades. That's right, despite his billions, Buffett is a fan of keeping it classic and understated. The Rolex day-date is a timeless piece, first introduced in 1956, and has been a favorite of politicians and celebrities alike. The gold day-date is a true statement piece, with its iconic fluted bezel, day and date displays on the dial, and president bracelet. It's a watch that speaks volumes about the wearer, and for Buffett, it fits his style perfectly. He's all about making smart investments and living a simple life, and this watch reflects that perfectly. And that's a wrap. We hope you enjoyed taking a peek at the watch collections of some of the world's wealthiest individuals. And if you want to see more, check out our video, Watches That Were Made Only for Billionaires. Be sure to subscribe for more, and see you next time.